listening to the Water Cooler Edit with Rich and Eman.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Water Cooler Edit with mybayut, hosted by myself, Eman and Richard. How's it going, Richard?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well too. Thanks for asking. And today we're actually going to be talking about something really interesting. Richard, do you want to introduce what it is?
Basically, what it is Bayut's newest innovative feature, and it is called, we need some kind of drum roll here, it's called TruBroker.
TruBroker, the true heroes of real estate.
We're going to be talking about TruBroker. Today we're going to be talking about everything that you need to know, all of the details, how it's going to help you, how it's going to help both agents and property seekers. So let's get started. So TruBroker. I'll give a quick introduction. So this is a feature that Bayut has launched that they've been working on, our teams have been working on for such a long time. So many months and years of hard work has been put into this.
Honing it, meticulously developing it and honing it, yes. They have.
And we're super proud to actually unveil it. Obviously, Bayut is an innovator when it comes to prop tech solutions. And, we want to make the property search journey easy for everyone, be it if you're renting, be it if you're buying, be it if you're an agent that's actually advertising property on Bayut. So obviously, all of our sort of tools and solutions play into that.
Yep.
And that's where TruBroker comes in. And it actually highlights and rewards agents that have given the time, the effort, the energy, and the commitment to basically be the true heroes of real estate. They are the ones that have authentic listings, that are highly responsive, that have the best levels of service. So you know that you're truly working with the best.
Reliability.
Yes.
So the TruBroker agents are essentially the best of the best. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
And it's a really good way to highlight the people that are going the extra mile. And it gives another layer of trust for people that are looking for property as well, because they can instantly recognize and see this as, okay, fine, this is a trusted agent. This is somebody that is extra reliable, that is extra trustworthy, that I can actually work with to make my property search journey so much easier.
Yeah, I think one of the things is about property search journey is whether it be buying or whether you're looking to rent, whatever, it's stressful.
Yeah.
There's no getting away from it, right? There's so many different elements to it, and all of them come with a dose of stress, right? So to be able to have that faith that you're working with an agent who is professional, reliable, all the things that TruBroker that they have to be to get the TruBroker status, that's a big thing, right?
It's a big thing. And when you're making such a big decision, especially in a market like Dubai that's so dynamic, that changes, the real estate market specifically, and then there are so many new people that are coming into the market that are renting, that are buying, that are investing. They don't actually know who to work with. And your agent, your broker, is literally at the center of everything. They're the ones that you rely on for information, for education, for understanding the market, for actually negotiating, with a landlord, with a seller, etc.
They're your hub, aren't they?
Yeah.
And
exactly.
so with all those different elements coming together, so it's such a crucial piece of the whole process. That reliability is something. It's just. Well, it's priceless, really, to be honest.
Exactly. And what we're trying to do at Bayut is just simplify the process, right? Personally, for me, this was a point of feedback that I pointed out as well. When I was looking for a house, it was really difficult. And I think everybody relates to that story, right? Everybody has that story of, how did you actually find your house? Not just in Dubai, in the UAE as a whole.
Yeah.
And that's a big challenge for people, and finding the right person to work with, and even understanding how do you actually find someone. I was relying on a lot of word of mouth sort of referrals of agents that people had worked with and things like that, and I was lucky enough to have that resource. But most people don't. They don't really know where to start. Even now for me, I was like, if I want to buy or if I want to invest, how do I know who I can work with? And that's where this feature comes in. And it's really unique. It's really innovative. So we'll get started with how you actually become a TruBroker.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. The kind of parameters and the criteria involved that enables an agent to become a true broker. I think, I think that's really interesting from both perspectives, from an agent's perspective and from an end user's perspective.
Yeah. So for agents, what we're essentially doing is that you have to earn the TruBroker badge, and you have to earn it over a whole month of effort and activity. So you can't just suddenly wake up one day and be like, okay, you know what?
In a couple of hours, I'm going to be a TruBroker agent. Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that.
So we've set these parameters in place. So in order to do this, you need to be an agent that has a valid BRN number. So this is for the buy agents. They need to be registered so that obviously we know that, they are trustworthy. In addition to all of that, they need to earn 2 other badges. So those other badges are the quality lister badge and then the highly responsive badge, right? Those obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. They signify that they have authentic and available listings and that they actually, respond to your WhatsApps, your calls.
The quality listing badge, what are the, how many listings do they have to have to...
So the way that it works is that for the buy agents, they need to have at least 2 unique TrueCheck activations in a month, or they need to have 1 unique TrueCheck activations and then 4 checked activations.
Nice.
A combination. And then for Abu Dhabi agents, there's a similar criteria that they have to follow. So essentially, if there are agents that are using Bayut's TrueCheck solution, then they get an additional benefit of being a quality lister.
Yeah, so this is really cool. So, what they, just by the nature of having a TrueCheck listing, also lends itself to you knowing as an end user that the agent is putting effort in and that has a level of professionalism, because you're not going to get a TrueCheck listing, or you're certainly not going to get the badge.
Yes, without taking all of those steps to make sure that your listings are authentic, they are real.
Yeah, 100%. And we all know that the thing with fake listings is something that has plagued the real estate industry for a fair few years, right? It's less and less so, but still, it can be an issue.
And it's a big problem that we wanted to solve, which is why we launched TrueCheck.
Yeah.
And then the whole element of finding trustworthy agents and brokers is why we launched TruBroker. So it kind of goes part and parcel, like stepping stones of essentially making it easier every single step of that property journey.
And it's all about making it easier. But all these products are adding up to make it easier, and it's working. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
So tell me about the other badge. So we've got 3 badges total, isn't there? Right.
So we've spoken about quality lister. Now we're going to be talking about the highly responsive badge. So that's for agents that are basically going to respond to your calls and your WhatsApps.
Okay.
But during business hours. So it's from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. They have that time frame. And they need to make sure that, they respond in a timely manner as well.
Yeah. Okay. So
and they need to do this for 70% of the calls and WhatsApps that they receive.
Okay.
Yep. So the response rate is calculated based on a percentage. And if they maintain that percentage for the whole month, only then are they actually eligible for the highly responsive badge.
So essentially, if they don't reach the 70% parameter, then they're not going to be a TrueBroker agent. That's it, right?
They're not going to be a highly responsive agent, and then based on that, they cannot
because we know that what you're about to say. I'll let you move on from the 2 badges, because if you get the 2 badges, you get the
TrueBroker badge.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, combine those 2, and it turns you into a TrueBroker.
A TrueBroker, yeah. And what's great about all of this is that, one, when you're a TrueBroker, all of your listings, they show that, they are listed by a TrueBroker. So automatically, people can realize, okay, this is somebody that I can trust.
Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, I just think that's really important, right? Because you can see it right there. It's a visual representation of reliability and professionalism, right? And so for the end user, it's also it's an element of peace of mind, right? You're dealing with someone who clearly cares about what they're doing and doing it well.
Yes, exactly. And they've taken that extra mile. And what's great about this is that on Bayut's Find My Agent page, which is where a lot of people go in to see, what agents I should be working on, because you can actually clarify it based on what area or what purpose you're looking for. So now we've introduced the agent leaderboard, which takes all of these TrueBrokers, and they earn True points for completing various activities on Bayut, for listing, for adding products to their listings, for adding floor plans, for responding to calls, messages, generating true estimate reports, all of these different activities. they actually give them points, and then we rank them on a leaderboard. So in addition to actually getting the badges, in addition to being certified as a TruBroker, there's this whole other leaderboard for people who are taking all of these extra steps, all of these extra activities to make themselves stand out. And the great thing about this agent leaderboard is that it's different for every single area.
So I'm an end user and I am looking to buy a villa in Villanova.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, what you'll do is you'll go onto the Find My Agent page. You'll type in Villanova, and you'll choose, for rent, for sale. Both of them have different leaderboards because obviously there are different agents that work. So you'll see that leaderboard based on your requirements. Now, for example, you're looking to buy in Villanova, you'll see that leaderboard. I want to rent in the Dubai Marina and I want to rent an apartment. I get to see a completely different list based on brokers that operate in that area.
Perfect. And going from obviously the highest rated and down from there, well, not down from there, but let's just say descending from there.
So it's based on who has the most true points. So basically whoever
That's
has
the differentiator. Who has the most true points.
They get all of these points, they get rewards for it as well. And in addition to all of this, they actually earn true points for the badges themselves. So obviously that's going to be the highest number of points that you can get. And it's going to be, I think, really great for the agent community as well, because it recognizes the people that are doing the actual work. And since it's area specialized as well, you can really work with the best in that specific area. So for the agents, it's great visibility, it's great exposure. And then for end users as well, it's perfect for them to find their specialists.
Like, for example, say I'm looking to buy in Villanova, right? Why wouldn't I do that? Why would it makes no logical sense for me not to go and find out who the experts are in that area and who the most competent, reliable, professional agents are within that area. Why would I not work with those guys? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really think that the balance is there it's a huge benefit for the agents who strive to hit these parameters and get themselves involved, and there's a massive benefit for the end user like me if I had enough money to buy a villa in Villanova. One day, you never know.
Yeah, one day, you never know. Exactly. And I think that's what's so great. Obviously, we're focused on addressing a lot of the issues and creating solutions for a lot of these problems. So it's great that bit by bit, we're tackling all of it in any way that we can. And it's beneficial for both parties involved. So, obviously, we have TruCheck. You find real properties there. You have elements like by transactions, which gives you data on real prices. You have TruEstimate, which gives you real data into one specific property.
Yeah, haven't we just hit 50,000 reports on TruEstimate?
So I think by the time this airs, we might even be at double that number.
Yikes. Yeah. So it's a runaway success then.
For me, I spend most of my time on the by transactions and then also on TruEstimate.
Well, one sometimes leads to the other,
yes.
Right? Which I guess is kind of the point, really.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, TruEstimate, that report, I obviously ran the report for the property that we're currently renting because why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
I mean, see, look, it's easy to sit here and say, oh, aren't they fantastic? Da, da, da. I think if you actually look at how they're improving the property search journey and the amount of accurate information that they're making these products and making available to the end user, that's the value. That's where the value is, right? Obviously, the value is there for the agents as well. But for the end user, it's making your property search journey easier. And let's be honest, we all want to make it easier.
Yep.
Life's complicated enough as it is, so in any way, shape or form that we can make it easier,
the better.
It will do for me,
Even for me, like honestly speaking, I've been working in the industry for a fairly long time. I've been interested in the real estate space. I would get a lot of questions and queries from people that I know, but now I'm like, I don't even actually have to answer anything. I don't have to actually go into a deep dive with them because I'm like, you can just use all of these tools. And they're like, wow, this is actually amazing. So I think the more people know about it, the more people know how to use them as well. Because it sounds great, right? When you say, oh, you have so much data at your fingertips. Oh, you have access to all of this information. But how you use it and how you utilize it is also really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think sometimes people get a little bit daunted. They think it's going to be overly complicated, which is to say these products have been designed to make the UI interfaces for the end user as simple and as accessible as possible, right? We don't want them to be hard to use. We want them to be easy to use. So try it. Don't be daunted. I mean, I've recommended It's interesting when you say to people about Dubai transactions sometimes, and you say that like this is you can actually see, like, I'm not saying I've ever done this, but you could see what your neighbour's paying in red, right? You could, yeah, you know, it is potentially on there, and people are like, really? Yeah, you can actually see what people in your building, what they're paying compared to what you're paying, all this kind of stuff. Let's be honest, we're all interested in that. We're all interested in what other people's paying. Money is, you know, kind of important at the end of the day. So stuff like that, and people are like, really, that information is out there? Yeah, it's out there, right? It's there. It's in Dubai transactions. So this kind of stuff is, and it's DLD.
It's backed by DLD. It's powered by DLD, which is great. Even for me, I actually used it to negotiate with my landlord.
Really?
Yeah. I think this, coupled with the recalibration of RERA, has really changed the game when it comes to negotiations on a rental side of things. On a sales side of things, the buy transactions is really helpful to understand what people are paying for specific unit layouts, and in a specific building, in a specific community, it just gives you all of that information. True Estimate takes it a step further. If you have already narrowed down what specific unit you are interested in, so I think that's really beneficial. But honestly speaking, the Dubai Land Department also has made so many strides in making things more transparent, and that has become really helpful for everyone involved. Like I cannot think of a market that is more transparent than the one that we have.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think if you look at, let's say you go back a decade, right? I was a lot younger. And can we time travel, please? No. But if you go back a decade and look at the industry then and how transparent it was then compared to how transparent it is now, it's night and day.
Yeah, it's night and day. It's very, very different. If you want more information on TruBroker, we actually have a whole post dedicated to it on mybayut. So that's Bayut.com/mybayut. So you can actually read through all of the details on there. And yeah, you should find and work with a TruBroker. Hopefully that will make your experience even easier.
Yeah, check it out, guys.
Yeah, check it out. And we'll catch you in the next one.
You're listening to the Water Cooler Edit with Rich and Eman.